the final video of our Flutter WebRTC series. So let's get started. Basically, in this particular video, we are going to end all of those things which we have started. Like we have created our meeting screen, we have created our backend, and multiple other stuff. So let's get started. Before getting started, first I would like to congratulate for us that we have reached our first milestone of 100 subscribers. Finally, we have reached 100 subs. That is a very good news. So let's have a good Q&A. So let's do one thing. You can basically ask any questions in your comment section, and I'll basically reply back as soon as possible in the next video. And let's say if we did not find any questions, then we will basically move forward with another video series or another video which is going to be awesome as well. So let's get started building this particular screen. So let me just give you a quick recap what we have done. We have created our models, we have created our services, we have created our global as well as multiple others. Like our first screen is meeting screen. In the meeting screen, what we have did, we have basically we just assigned ourselves a self caller ID. So a call ID is pretty much important. Why it is important? Because let's say you wanted to call someone, or let's say you wanted to have a call from someone, so you need your unique ID. That is the only reason why it is important. So we have basically completed all of those things, and we have tested it to basically connect it with the backend as well. Let's like in the previous video, we have seen that how it is done, like how it is basically gets connected with our backend. We have our URL in the globals. Let's say whatever you wanted to store, we have our common tunnel in our global file, so that let's say you wanted to do testing of you can use your own tunnel in the with this global tunnels. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's create our join screen. Join screen is basically what will have, it will have a notification, not in within the application. We are not integrating local notification or anything. We are just integrating a local notification in the screen. What it will have, it will, whenever you press a green button, or let's say a join button, you basically joins a particular call. So let's create a join screen basically. So I'm gonna close all of those folders. Now we are not going to need that. We have completed this thing. So it will be have a join screen dot. Basically this will have a stateful widget join screen. In the join screen, we are going to have a self caller ID. Means we are going to need our own caller ID. So we'll have a final string, not this string self caller ID basically, and it is required by this dot self caller ID. Yes, we are going to need a self caller ID. And here in the meeting screen, what rather than returning a scaffold, what we are going to do, we are going to return our join screen. So rather than having this scaffold, what we are going to do, we are going to return our join screen. It will have a self call ID is equals to self call ID basically. Yes, so we have rather than having calling them self call ID, we will call it self caller ID. So it will have self caller ID. Perfect. And let me do one thing. Let me just zoom it a little bit so that you can also able to see the code much better. So let me do this and zoom it one more time. Yes, perfect. Now in the join screen, what we are going to have, we are going to create a two text field. What it will have, it will show the self caller ID. It will have a particularly ID which you are going to put in the text field, so that you can basically have a call. Perfect. So we have our string self caller ID in this. Perfect. Now in the join screen state, yes, we will have a final remote, let's say this text editing controller. What we will call him? Remote caller ID text editing controller, so that we can able to identify it later as well. So text editing control, yes, that's it. And we are going to have a incoming SDP offer as well, dynamic SDP offer, dynamic, I think so, SDP offer as well. Yes, like the thing is that whenever we are getting a call, we are getting data from our backend, so that we have to basically sort the data in that manner. So what we are going to do, we are first, let's do one thing, let's create our our screen. Let's say let's create our screen first. So let me just remove the scaffold. Background color, let's give him a surface color, so it will have a theme. Okay, not this theme dot of context dot color scheme, I think so, yes. And we'll give him surface color, surface tint, I guess, surface basically, yeah. It's good to have surface. App bar, we are going to have a app bar, center title is true. Let me do one thing, let me just create it real quick and then we'll talk. Okay, so we have created our app bar. So what it will have, it will have our app bar, which is basically show you a meeting room as a title. As the icon button, we will just show call history, because we wanted to show history of particular user, like how many calls he had done, whatever, like whomever he have called else. So the thing is that this history part, I want you to implement this. Like we have created our API and other stuff, I want you to implement this particular thing. For your help, I'll just create a function. So I'll just create a function so that you can basically see what are the histories of the particular how you can basically show the history. The thing is that in our current setup, we have not set it up with a backend. You can use your own backend, like AppWrite. You can use AppWrite, Firebase, Supabase, your own backend as well. So it's up to you how you wanted to use it, as we do not have any particularly backend implemented in this particular scenario. So that's why we do not have history features fully implemented, but I'll create a function for you so that you can able to see all those things. Okay, so let's continue our body and let's get started with the body thing. Let me just basically do it real quick, and I do not want this particular thing. So let me do one thing, let me just create all of those body thing and then we'll get back basically. So I've created a body. What it will have, basically it will have a center. We're just going to have a center. Width is dynamic width. Column, which will have a text field. Text field will show you our own caller ID, which is basically a text dot self caller ID basically. And in the next text field, we are getting a remote caller ID here. So I'll leave it a text button, and whenever you press enter, it will basically call a function called join call, where we will pass caller ID and callee ID to our backend. Now here, if our incoming SDP offer is not null, means we are getting a call. So it will show a text. We will have a text call, like we will show you that incoming call from incoming SDP offer. Like we are going to create this particular thing from the caller ID. So it will have something like this: incoming call from 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like this. And here in the icon button, we will just show that signaling dot instance. If you wanted to reject, we will just basically reject the call. Else, let's say you want to join the call, we will have a function called join call, where we will just pass the caller ID. Whatever we are getting, we will just call the offer, like whatever SDP offer we are having, call ID, and that's it. Now let's do one thing, let's create the functions whatever we are needed. Okay, so let's first create a init function, because we are going to have a SDP offer, what we are getting. Okay, rather than calling it an SDP offer, we'll just call him incoming SDP offer because it is coming. So I'll just name him incoming SDP offer. Yes, so I think we have solved. Okay, and here let's import all of those things. Now what is needed, we just have to create a function as well. Now in the init state, we will basically ensure that selected client is null initially. Initially the selected client should be null, and we will listen for incoming the video calls, like whatever calls we are having, we will just listen for that particular thing. So let's do one thing, let's create a init function, init state, basically init state. Yes, perfect. Now in the init state, what we have, we are going to have signaling service dot, we are going to have an instance, and we are going to create a socket, and it could not be null, I think so. On new call, it will have a new call because we are going to have a new call basically, and whatever data handler would be data, let's say this, and yes, that's perfect. Now if mounted, I guess it is for mounted is so that when we wanted to show you logs and something else. So if mounted, first we will check if the data, if the data is null before accessing it. So that, let's say accessing this thing, if data is not null, we will carry forward. If data is not null, then we will just basically see that error in getting something. Let's say backend is basically sending a null ID, so we are going to first check this thing. So if data, basically this is not equal to null, means we are getting a data, then what we are going to do, we are going to print, not this, log, I think dot developer. Yes, we'll just call received new call with the call ID, and we are going to print a call ID basically here. So here it should be something like this, data slash call ID. Yes, perfect. We will just have it like this. Now signaling server, I think not what is signal active, signaling service, yes, dot instance dot current call ID is equals to data call ID, because we are going to basically have in our call ID is the call ID which we are having. Now we will just set state, it should be like this. Okay, wait, set state this, because we are not having a whole function for the set state, we'll just call incoming SDP offer is equals to data. That's it. Setting like this, and we just log that stored incoming call data, incoming SDP offer. Like we are just checking that if has we stored or not. Else, let's say nothing happens, we'll just log which will have, we'll just call that error receive null data in new call, basically receive null data for in a new call or for a new call, it doesn't matter, we just are checking if we got anything. Now let's create a function, so it will have a void join call, I guess. In the join call, what is required? It is required string caller ID, we are required string callee ID, we are required a dynamic like offer which we are having, and last we are going to require a string. It could be null string, I guess, call id, because let's say you do not have a call id, how would you return it? So it's kind of null. So let's create a function. So we will just check if incoming call is null or offer is null. We'll just we'll just navigate to the call screen basically, which we are going to create in the next time, like not in this particular video, but after completing this function we will just have our basically call screen, where we will just pass offer and the call id null. Else, let's say we got the call id, we got everything what we need, we'll just navigate to the call screen. Like it's just for that we are navigating to particularly call screen. Like the purpose of this function is like this, and we are going to create a new function where we'll have a call history screen where we'll pass the self call id. Let me do one thing, let me just create all those screen whatever it is remaining, let me just complete the function and then we'll get back. So we have created our whatever screen which is needed, and we have completed our function. So we have our join call which is having call id, call id and offer and call id. We'll just pass it to the call screen, just a simple call screen here, and if there is an incoming call with the incoming data, we also pass it to the call screen. Now here the show call history, we have created a function here and we have called the function here as well. What a call history will do, it will basically have a user id. In the user id will just load the history of whatever call. We have created a function where we will just get all the history of the calls. So we have just shown a list of all those things. Let's say if we got an error, we'll just show an error. If we call the data empty, we'll just call a no call history. Else we'll have something like this, like is it outgoing, is it other party, or what else. So we are just having this, like if it is ended, we'll just show green. If it is missed, we'll just show red, rejected orange, and default is blue, and we will just show our list here. And let's say you wanted to call again, I've commented this particular part, so you can basically have this thing so on yourself. So let's see. And there is one more thing which I would like to tell, that we have a chat message model which I forget to create in the earlier video. What it will do, let's say in between calls you wanted to chat with someone, so we also have this particular feature. So that's the only reason why we are going to create this particular model. So we have a chat message here. So now let's do one thing, let's jump back to the join screen and let's complete. Okay, the join screen is basically complete. Now let's complete our call screen. So call screen is kind of a very big file, because the proper approach of this is that we basically follow an architecture or a state management, so that the file structure or the file length should not be much more. So let me do one thing, let me just start creating ourselves. Let's start creating our call screen. So let's get started. What a call screen will do, we will have a share screen and multiple aspect of those in this call screen. Let's say we will have a call and disconnect and multiple other step. So what we are going to have, we are going to have a socket first, like we are going to have an instance of a socket. We are going to have a local RTC video renderer for video rendering. We are going to have a remote RTC video renderer. We are going to have a screen share as well. We are going to have screen share, RTC video renderer, local stream, like media stream for local peer, like screen stream, I guess, for the sharing this share the screens. We are going to have track if the remote user share screen, because we wanted to show other aspect or other UI whenever the remote is sharing screen. We are going to have peer connections, data channels, ICE candidates. We are going to see if if your video is on and off, your front camera is selected or not. we are going to see the call, like we are going to see the call duration. Let's say call time start, call end time, call duration, call connected or not. We are going to check if the call is ended, and multiple other aspects we are going to need for this particular thing. So let me do one thing, let me just create all those things and whatever we are needed for this particular screen. So it will have something like this. Let me just have this. Perfect. Now first we will have a socket instance. So what it will have, it will have final socket is equals to signaling, I guess like this, signaling service dot instance dot socket, not this socket, yes. Now we are going to have a local video rendering as well. So it will have video renderer. I'll just add the comment later. Let's create this thing. So it will have a final local RTC video video render. Basically what it will have, it will have a RTC video, I guess, video render, VIDE. I guess this, yes, RTC video render. Let me just create it first and then we'll get back. Okay, so here are all the fields which we are going to need for this particular thing. We are going to require an instance of socket, we are going to require local RTC video render, remote RTC video render, as well as screen sharing as well. Here at the media stream, we are going to require a local stream, screen stream. We are going to track if the screen is being shared or not. We are going to track if the remote user is sharing a screen. We are going to track that, okay, we are going to check the connection as well as data channels. Why we are going to require it? Because for the text to speech and speech to text as well, because we are going to see that how we are, like what are the particular user is saying. We are going to have a list of ICE candidates. We are going to see if audio is on, video is on, and if front camera is enabled or disabled. We are going to call duration tracking, we are going to need that. So we'll have a call end time, start time, duration, is the call connected or not, if the call is ended or not, string, the end time string basically, and timer as well. Now in the speech to text, basically we are going to require an instance of speech to text speech. We are going to see if it is listening or not, local recognized text, remote speech is enabled or not, speech timer, remote speech clear timer, as well local speech clear timer. Why it is needed? Because let's say I am saying anything, we wanted to basically show this particular text for quite some time, because we do not want that all the speech, all the text whatever user is saying in the tagged something. So we wanted to clear those things as well. We are going to have a chat functionality. We'll just have a list of all chat messages if the chat is visible, and the text editing controller and the scroll controller as well. We are going to see we are going to have a local username, remote username. You can also get a remote username from data from the backend if you want. Like you have to just customize the API how you want. You will have a transcript chunk and a chunk sequence as well, and that's it. That's all the things which you are going to require to basically make this happen. Now what we are going to have, we are going to basically set up a peer connection. We are going to start a timer. We are going to initialize speech recognition and in the init function. So let's do one thing, let's create our functions whatever we are going to require, and let me just do one thing, let me just create a init function and then we'll just get back. So it will something like this, init state local, I guess so, local RTC video render dot initialize. We are going to initialize all those things. We are going to require a remote as well as we are going to require screen sharing as well. So we are, and we'll have a setup peer connection. We are going to start call duration because we are going to require a timer, and we are going to require a init speech as well. I think so, speech. That's it. and I think that is what we are going to require for the init thing. Now let's do one thing. Let's create our init speech function. Let's create our init call like start call duration as well as setup peer connection. So let me do one thing. Let me just make all those functions, because those are the quite big functions which we are going to require, and then we'll get back basically. Yeah. Or let's do one thing. Let's create first our screen, like our UI which we are going to show, and then basically what we are going to do, we are going to first create an UI, and then we will complete the functions whatever we are needed. So let me just basically create a UI. Here we will have a scaffold like this scaffold, and then we'll see. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just create all the UI which we are going to require, and then we'll get back, because it's quite a very long file. I forget to optimize those things, but let me just do one thing. Let me just clutter it, or let me just make this thing, and then we'll get back basically. Okay, so the thing is that I forget to press the record button, and I've actually explained a whole lot of code. So let me just do one thing. Let me just basically explain all those things, like how it is happening, what are the things which we are built, what are the things which we have had. So let me just do one thing. Let me just explain all those things, and it is a quite a big file, like around 900 line of code. It is a mistake from my side that this file is not well optimized, you can say, or this file is such a long file. So it is my mistake from my side that I forget to basically optimize this particular approach. So let me just do one thing. Let me just basically optimize this thing, and then we'll get back basically. So actually the thing is that I was trying to make this thing modular. So I created a new file basically, modular screen. Basically we are exporting all those things which are going to need, and let's just get started. Here we have our initial managers. Basically we are initializing all the things which we are going to need, like chat manager, screen sharing, and other stuff, like call state as well as we are managing the state, and we are basically using the set user IDs, like we are setting up the user IDs and other stuff, like task manager and multiple other types. So let me do one thing. Let me just explain all those things in the one file, and you can basically have a look in the modular approach what we have created. So we'll just go to the not this, we'll go to the meeting screen. Okay, so the thing is that I've created a modular approach. You can see in the modular call screen we have in the modular approach we have created it. So you can take a look into this, and you can basically see how things are going. So let me explain what are the things we have done. So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to not follow this modular call screen. I'm going to explain all those things what we have done till now in the call screen file, like it is in the same file, so it's easy for me to explain all those things. So first of all, let's explain you what is the app bar. App bar we have is like call is in progress or call is connected or not. So here we will have a debug info. Debug info is basically the thing is that, let's say you wanted to see the remote call ID, you wanted to see the local call ID, is the call connected or not, remote screen sharing or not, like there are a bunch of other stuff which you are going to needed when you are debugging those things. I created this particular function so that, let's say, I can track all those things what is needed better. So this is for the debug. Let me just close it. The functions which we have created, I'll just close that. So let's say, okay, here's one thing which I would like to tell. Let's say there is a function or there is something, there is an error while you are making this thing, there is something you do not understand, you can just come to my LinkedIn, you can come to my comment section and ask me. Even let's say if we have enough questions for my upcoming video, which would be my Q&A session, so you can just ask me the questions as well. So here we have the build app bar. We have completed this thing where we'll just show the debug thing. Now let's go to the bottom navigation bar. Bottom navigation bar is basically that, okay, you wanted to call, end the call, where we'll have a on pressed. Okay, so we have seen the app bar. Now let's see the bottom navigation bar. In the bottom navigation bar we have multiple things. Let's say we wanted to turn off our audio, we want to turn on our audio, so we have a toggle mic. What in the toggle mic we have a local stream with the, we will get the get audio tracks for each. We will see if it is enabled, that is audio on, and we'll just set the state. Like if the audio is on, we'll just make it audio off. If the audio is off, we'll make it the audio on, basically this. So if it is enabled, it will get disabled. If it is disabled, it will get enabled again. So here where's that? Let me just do this so that I can explain you better. Let's have this. We have a toggle mic, we have a call ended. We will just basically have a leave call, where we will, what we will going to show, we will just end the call, we will get the end time, date and date time. We will just print that, okay, we have whatever the call ID is there, we will just have a signaling server, like it is getting cut, and we will just end the call ID to use. We will just end the call, and we will just basically cut the call here. Ending call with the call ID, we'll just pass the data. Okay, we are getting the call form, it is just a format. Okay, that call is ended, we'll just set the call is ended, and yep, we will just stop the listening. Whatever we are having, we'll just stop the listening. Like speech is stop, speech timer is cancel. What we have done, we'll just stop this thing. Like leave call is basically we are disconnecting from the call. That goes with the toggle camera. If it is in K debug mode, let's say we are in, so yeah, that's it for the video. That is it for the audio thing, that is it for the call. And let's see, it is for the video. Like we wanted to toggle the camera on and off. If it is in web, because we wanted to share the screen in the web, you can the thing is that you can share screen on the Android and iOS part. Do not worry, I'll add a section how you can do it. But we will share, we will have this, like we will just share the screen in the web as well, in the Android as well, and as well as in the I'll show you how to share the screen in Android. I'll show you how to share the screen in iOS. Like we have to add a special permission for this particular thing, and I'll show you how we can do it in the web. Like in the web it's quite simple, in the Android it's also quite simple, but in iOS it's kind of a tricky part, so I'll show you as well. So here let's search for the toggle screen sharing. We'll just have a screen sharing like this. Like if it is stopped, like screen sharing is stopping, like stopping screen share, will just stop listening to that particular port. Like we'll just have a track, we'll just stop it. Like we'll emit that stream is changed, we will just pass the call ID, screen sharing false, and then we will just show you that okay, screen sharing is stopped. Same goes with the switch camera and as well as the toggle listening as well. What this toggle listening will do, it will have whenever whatever you're saying, it should be in the, how can I say this, it should be also be shown to the another part as well. We'll have chat visibility as well. What the chat visibility will do, it will have a pop-up which where you can able to chat basically. So let's search for the chat visibility so that I can show you this thing. Toggle chat visibility, yes, perfect. Here we'll have, if the chat is visible, we'll just show, we'll have first have an animation controller, we'll build a chat panel, we'll have a container and multiple other stuff, like how we are going to send the message. So we are sending the message through our socket, and we'll just show it all those things. Like we'll have a chat bubble and multiple other things. So we'll have a function called send chat message. What it will have, it will have a data channel. Through the data channel we are going to send the messages as well. We'll have a sender called local username, we'll just send the text, timestamp, and if it is local or not. We'll have a set state of, okay, it is we have sent the message, so we'll have a set state. We will encode this message in the JSON encode, like in the JSON we are going to send this particular thing, and we'll have a clear message, like whatever you have written, it should be clear as well. So we'll have basically some animation or something, and if we are not able to send the message, we'll have a error sending message, and we'll just log that okay, chat connection is not available. Let's say we are not able to send the message, or let's say we found an error, or let's say we are encountered an error, we will just show that chat message is not yet enabled. We will have a chat visibility as well. So that's all those things. Now we have completed the check info. I think we have completed it. I'll just basically this, and in the dispose we are just disposing all those things. In the screen sharing, I have also in the screen sharing, if it is true, we'll have a media stream. We'll just show a media stream, and there you can share a screen as well. Let's say desktop and display and desktop screen, whatever you wanted to share. We will just get a video track and request for remote stream. We'll just request this thing and process the chat thing and multiple other stuff. Now it is just for the bottom part. Now let's go for the body thing. So I'll just search for the build body. Yes, build body, where we'll have basically video, like you are communicating through the video, so it should be having a screen where you can see two users. So we will have basically video objects and video cover. If screen sharing is showing, we will just have another section of user to show that okay, it is sharing the screen. We'll just have if it is let's say user has shared the screen, but we have to wait for a certain moment, we'll just see that okay, waiting for the screen, and that's it. And those are the other thing that we are connecting to this particular call ID and other stuff. If chat is visible, we'll just show a chat panel. If not, we'll just hide it properly. Expanded, we'll have a local call and multiple other stuff. Like if it is screen sharing, it's just an UI part how you wanted to show it to the user. So that is it for this particular thing. Like before moving to the demo part, let me explain you what are the things which we have built in the init thing after the init and other stuff. So we'll have a init speech function. What it will have a whatever speech we are seeing. Let's say I'm saying ABC, it should be printing ABC on the screen. It should be showing ABC. So we will just have a start listening function. What it will do, will just show that we have started the listening. We'll just show that we have started listening. We want it to show the user okay, we have started the listening. In the speech.listen, it is a function which is provided by the speech pops in the speech package. We'll just on result, we'll have a on speech result. We'll listen for the duration for 30 seconds. We'll pause for 5 seconds. Partial result is true, and local ID is English. For now we are only supporting English, and that's it. So that you can adjust in boilerplate code, like okay, speech timer cancel or what. Okay, so that's the thing for the start listening. Now we'll set up a peer connection. Okay, here are the list of stun server. You can basically add more servers if you want, but for now it's only needed, like we are only going to need the 2 stun servers. We will have, like, this is the boilerplate code for the I servers. Like we'll set up the data channels. Data channels is for the communication, like for the chat thing basically. So we'll have a data channels, and there are multiple other channels we are going to require. So like you can go through all the files and for functions. If you need my help in certain functions, you can just ask me in the in my LinkedIn, or basically, or comment section as well. So let's do one thing. Let me just spin up our backend and let's see what is going to happen, like whenever we start listening to those things, and when we start building those things. So let me just do one thing. Let's start doing this, and let's see the testing part. Okay, let's test this environment, whatever we have created so far. So I've tested it one time, like with the 2 users, which you see it is disconnected from the backend. So let's test our new thing. So I'm gonna start the testing phase. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna write the 432 our ID from this thing. Okay, and 609, that's it. And let's invite. Okay, it's getting a call. We are getting an incoming call from our ID. I'm gonna accept this thing, and boom, it's working. So let's first test the transcript thing, test this thing. So it is listening. If you see, it is listening as well. So whatever I am saying in the remote side, it's showing here as well. Now let me just enable it here. Now whatever I am saying is printing here as well. So congratulations, first thing is working. That's good. I'm gonna stop this thing. Yeah, we're not going to need now. So I'm gonna open a chat panel. So hello, is this working? And I'm gonna send it. So see, it is working. So I'm gonna write yes, this is working as well. So yeah, this is working as well. Perfect. Now I'm gonna close this thing. Yes, the thing is that we are in the web, so it is not swapping our camera. So let's start with the screen sharing. If you see, it is showing me that I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna let's see, let me open a tab. I guess pub.dev, I guess so. Let me just share this tab. So I'm gonna here share screen, this, and share. So just give it a minute. See, it's sharing in the next page. So you can basically scroll a bit down and it's working. So I'm gonna stop sharing as well. So we have stopped the sharing. Yep. So there might be some bug that how it is not showing or something. It's up to you how you can fix this thing. So I'm gonna close the camera and open it again. So yeah, camera functionality is also working. Let me just do one thing. Let me just fix this particular issue, and then I'll whatever code you are getting is basically fixed all those issues. So let me just mute myself. I'm gonna hear it. So our video calling and screen sharing is also working. So let me just do a screen share from here side as well. So let me just we will have a pub.dev here as well. Pub.dev here as well. Perfect. Go here, share the screen, Chroma tab. Perfect. Here you can see waiting for connection. Okay, it's trying to get a connection. I guess my internet is not working or something. Okay, so I think it's time to test the application. Sorry for the delay of this particular video. The thing is that I got busy since the last recording. So in this thing, what we are going to do, we are going to test the Android, not the Android, the Chrome to the iOS and Chrome to Chrome as well. And for the Android, I think it will work if it is working on iOS. I've checked on my Android emulator and the simulator as well as real phone, it was working. So right now for this part we are going to test for the iOS plus Chrome and Chrome plus Chrome as well. So I think I've shown you Chrome plus Chrome in the first part, and like the what we have seen so far. Now we are going to see from Chrome to iOS. So I'm just running the Chrome and the application is already being built. So let me do one thing. Let me just record the screen of my iOS so that you can also see. So I'm gonna put that recording on your left pane. Okay. So let the Chrome come online and then we'll see. Okay. So it is running. So I'm gonna put the ID. So I'm gonna put the ID of the mobile what we have, 291523. Invite, and it's asking me allow all the time. I'm gonna say allow this time. So okay, I think you are able to see my ceiling, and we also have the call in the iOS as well. So I'm gonna accept it, let it load, and boom, we have the working prototype of our application what we have built so far. I'm gonna do this. You can see the camera is off. I'm gonna, for now we have only testing the part, so the swap camera is not gonna work. I'm gonna test it in the here. So as you can see, it's working here. So see, now I can let's test the chat thing or testing, and see it's working here. So I can basically type here as well. For this particular video I am not focusing on the designing part, you can design it by yourself. So let's now test the typing thing. So I'm gonna write hello or HDE jo bhi, and it's working very good. So I think that is it for this particular tutorial, and I'm gonna end the call now, and let's end the call. Call has been ended. See, we are also getting the sign here that call has been ended, and we'll close this thing, and now hence it's done. So I think you like the tutorial what you have built so far. So that's it for this particular video, and keep learning, keep exploring, and do let me in the comment section how would you like to, like, do you want me to make an application on certain things or other thing else. There is one thing which I would like to share before ending this particular video, is that let's say there is one thing, like let's say you wanted to screen share your application on the iOS. What you have to do, just let me open the Finder. Okay, just hold on, VS Code, and we are going to reveal in Finder iOS, and we are going to open it in the Xcode. The thing, okay, it's already been running. Where is that? I'm gonna close the stop the task and let it run again. Okay, so the Xcode is being running. So now the thing is that to basically screen and to share the entire screen, what you have to do, you have to add a broadcast extension. How to add a broadcast extension? Go to runner, here at the runner, click on the plus icon and add the broadcast upload extension as well. So add this extension and give the name what you like to give. For now we have given the com.testing socket filter.broadcast extension. You just have to write the display name, and make sure your deployment minimum should be 15. It does not support, I think, 12 or 13 something. Apart from that, the boilerplate code of the broadcast extension, and this whole code you have to write it by yourself, but do not worry, I'll share the GitHub repo so you can basically see. So here make sure that this group identifier should be there. So group.com.testing.socket flutter, it should be like socket flutter is our package name, so we have to just add the socket flutter here, and this particular generic code you will be able to find it here. Okay, you just have to add here as well, and I think your application would be working. As well as what you have to do, you have to add this thing, replicate framework, it will automatically be added. So right now default would be that do not embed, but you have to add this embed and sign. And there would be one warning of thin, and there is thin binary. You can Google how to solve the thin binary thing. You have to, I think, in the VS Code, let me see if I have. Okay, I think you would not get the thin binary thing, binary error. If you found a thin binary error by yourself, just let me know in the comment section, or you can connect with me on the LinkedIn, and we will continue the chatting thing there to fix your issue. And I think that is it for this big video, you can see. So I'm gonna close the video, and I'll see you in the next video. And one more thing, thank you for 100 subs, 101 I think we have right now, and bye bye basically. And one last thing, keep learning, keep exploring, and do let me in the comment section if you found any error, if you face any error till now, and let's say you wanted to communicate with me. You know the drill, you just have to basically come to my LinkedIn and basically connect with me, and then we can continue, and you can resolve your questions there. And bye bye.